invite Jammie, our mentor, to introduce her first.
Thank you. I'm Jammie, and I'm super proud to introduce Naomie. She's a rising 11th grader at William E. Grady High School. She's super driven. She's already taken real estate classes and is hoping to become a real estate agent one day. She's also very technologically savvy. All throughout our time together, she was seeking out tutorials on YouTube, on web development and CSS animations, and just went above and beyond what we talked about during our mentoring hours. When she's not researching technology or real estate, Naomie is also a talented photographer, and she puts all of her work on Instagram. And without further ado, Naomie.
Thank you. Hello, I'm Naomie, and my mentor's name is Jammie. Here's a few things that I know about Jammie. She's from Denver, Colorado. She works as a software engineer for Slack. She majored in psychology in college. She loves art, which I also follow her on Instagram because she posts her paintings on there. She has 3 cats and she likes gardening. My project is a website, specifically a real estate website, and I called it Mentee Real Estate. I called it Mentee Real Estate because Mentee is basically like, because I have 2 last names and I combined them. And it's a real estate website. My inspiration for this real estate website were well-known real estate websites such as Zillow.com and Realtor.com. And my reason for creating a real estate website was because real estate is like my favorite field in business. Not only that, but as Jammie said before, I did take real estate classes in the beginning of this year, and I do plan on becoming a real estate agent in the future. And when I do become a real estate website, I would like to make my own website where I could post my home listings on. And in order to do that, I need to learn how to code. So I found the Get Magic program, and I'm really glad that I found this program because it helped keep me busy this summer. Not only that, but the mentor that was given named Jammie, she helped me a lot when it came to learning how to code, because before I found the Get Magic program, I did learn how to code, but I found it difficult trying to learn how to code myself. So when I was learning how to code, I learned CSS, how to use VS Code, Visual Studio Code, and I learned how to use CSS, which stands for Cascading Style Sheet. And what that is the code for styling your website, which is what I used a lot because I really wanted to focus on how my website would look. Not only that, but I learned HTML, which is the structure of your website. And then I also use JavaScript, which helps the website function properly. The most challenging part in the Get Magic program for me was learning how to code and making the website, because the most tricky part of the website was adding houses, because I did something a little bit different with the code for the houses page. Instead of using the HTML, I used JavaScript. And the way I did that was in the code, I would write code for the JavaScript, which would automatically write code for the HTML instead of going into the HTML and writing code for each house. So it made it easy. So now I'm going to show you the video of my website tour. Right now we're looking at my website on mobile. This is what it would look like on mobile. As you can see here, this is my navigation bar. And it's very responsive, right? The menu button turns into an X when you click on it, and the navigation bar is coming from the side. Then when you view it from the computer, you know, the navigation bar is at the top of the computer, of the screen. And as you can see here, we have a home page, the About button, the Houses button, the Contact button, and in the middle here, you can see that there's a search bar. The search bar doesn't have any function right now. You can type in it, but when you click on the search button, it doesn't go anywhere. So moving on to the About page. This is the About page, and over there in that section, you can see information about Mentee Real Estate and its agents. This is what it looks like on mobile. Moving on to the houses, this is the houses page. And right now you can see the images for the houses and all the information about the houses. All of these houses are not listed by me. These are listed by actual real estate agents that I found on realtor.com. Some of these houses are probably still listed for sale. Some of them are probably sold already. And I'm gonna leave links to the houses in my next slide. This is the contact us page. And this is what it looks like on mobile. So that's my website tour. Now the next slide, I'm going to be showing you the website code. So this file is called index.html. This is the HTML code for the home page. In this HTML page, we have all the links to libraries and style sheets that I used. Under that is the navigation bar. The background images, you notice the images were changing, and there's a search bar. Fast forward, please. Then this is a file called style.css. This is the CSS code that I use for every single HTML code. This is the script.js, which is what I use for animating. You probably noticed that when you click on the menu button, it turns into an X. Not only that, but the background of the website turns dark, and the navigation bar comes from the side. That's all in the script.js. Fast forward, please. This is the about.html. This is for the about page. This is basically similar to the index.html page. The only difference is that at the bottom, I included information for the Mentee real estate business. This also has the same style sheet as the index.html. It shares style.css, and it also has its own CSS file. Fast forward, please. You probably also noticed that it says media screen max width. That's how I get the website to look different when it's in mobile or computer. Now you're looking at the houses.html. This also has its own script, and I'm gonna go over that right now. So as I'm scrolling down, when I get to the bottom of the page, you'll notice that all of the information that I added for the houses is in the JavaScript. And basically how I do that is all of these, this function here is what logs in the information for each house automatically for the houses.html. Instead of going into the HTML page and like putting information for each of the houses, this automatically logs in, creates the code for the houses. Fast forward, please. Okay, last but not least, this is my contact.html. It's very similar. The only difference is that it has all the contact information, and the CSS also has the same thing as the index.html page. It has the moving pictures. Now I'm going to show you all the pictures that I use. Fast forward, please. Now I'm going to show you how I'm inspecting my website. If you want to inspect the website, I was using a MacBook, so I press Command Option I. If you're on any other device, you could click Command Shift I. What I'm going to do right now, as you see what I'm doing, I'm editing the structure of the HTML. And how I did that was instead of having the image on top of the information, I put it at the bottom. Also, you're going to see me editing the CSS of the page, which is the styling. I just changed the font color to white. And you could also edit the font size. As you can see, it's getting bigger. Fast forward, please. Now I'm going to explain to you how the JavaScript works. So as you can see, this is all animation here. When I open the menu button, this turns into an X, the menu is coming from the side, and the background of the website turns dark. That's all the JavaScript. That's all the JavaScript is doing. It's just animating the website to function like that. And yeah, that's it. That's the whole code for this website. The sources that I use are all from realtor.com. These are all the links to the houses that I use. Some of these, once again, some of these are listed for sale. Some of them are probably sold already. And under all those houses, we have a website called SolarLearn. I use that website instead of Code Academy because, you know, I prefer this, right? It helps me better with trying to learn how to code. Right now, I'm learning JavaScript on SolarLearn, so I would recommend this. Then we have CodePen.io. I was introduced to this by my mentor, Jammie. This is a really good website as well if you want to look at other people's work for inspiration. And then underneath that, we have a YouTube channel. His name is DevEd, DEVED. I look at his YouTube channel because it's very educational. He makes like long videos of him like making websites, and like he explains what he's doing throughout the whole video, like while he's coding. And so it helps you understand them. So I would recommend his channel. So thank you for listening. Any questions?
Thanks, Naomi. I can go ahead and ask a question. This is Smriti. I'm going to cheat. I was interviewing you earlier, so I asked this, but the website is gorgeous, and it's really cool to see you connecting your passion for real estate with this. I was wondering if you had any interest or like any ideas for future projects.
For future projects, when it comes to programming, right?
Yeah.
So right now, after making this real estate website, I actually want to save that for the future when I actually become a real estate agent. But for now, I actually am working on a new project where I'm making my own website. It's kind of like my profile, but it's a website. And, you know, I just wanted to like showcase my work on there. And, you know, I want to be able to like take photos for other people. I want to be able to create websites for other people. They call it commission.
That's awesome. Thanks, Naomi.
Any other questions for Naomi? I can't see if people have their hand raised, so please unmute and ask the question if you have one.
Hi, so congratulations. I found like your website is so nice and the design is like amazing. I was wondering how you decided you wanted to become a real estate agent.
So as I said before, you know, I'm really interested in business, and my favorite part of business would have to be real estate. Like ever since I was a kid, I like looking at houses. Okay, and ever since I moved into New York, right, like the market here is really cool. It's like, you know, I like looking at houses, and I wanted to, and I know like you can make a lot of money off of real estate. So like, okay. But yeah, so I know you can make a lot of money off of being a real estate agent. They call it commission. It's like, you know, you sell houses, you know, the seller gets money and then you get like 6% of it. That's how it works in New York. So like, basically the reason why I just wanted to become a real estate agent was because I just really like houses. And ever since moving into New York, like I know real estate agents make a lot of money in New York. Not only that, but you can start your own business with that as well.
Right, that's nice. Thanks.
No problem.
Thank you, Naomi. So imagine a real estate agent who's so tech savvy. Business for that is going to